What's going on, geeks and gamers? It's your observant lineman, Uche Waneri, and you know today is a special day. The final Joker trailer has been released, and you know that my ass is going to do a breakdown. Let's get to it. So, final trailer for the Joker. Todd Phillips directing, starring Joaquin Phoenix, a heavyweight in the movie industry, obviously. Let's start this thing out. I gotta say, I really do love the cinematography thus far. Seeing everything that they've done with the city, with the landscape shots. It just looks, it looks like Gotham. It just looks like an endless, an ocean of buildings and concrete. So, Todd Phillips hit it right on the mark with that, right off jump. Cinematography has been on point. Arthur riding on the bus. Arthur Fleck is our Joker. She gave him that stank face, like, the hell is this creepy motherfucker? But yeah, you take a look at this scene here, and I think this is kind of indicative of what he's going through, in his life. He just wants to make people smile. He just wants to make people laugh. But, it seems that at every turn, he's met with hostility. He's met with aggression. And, for a guy who seems to be a bit of a, passive kind of person, that can really cause them to clam up into a shell. So, I like the stank face. I like the reaction of the mom, because also, who is this guy sitting here just, older guy, weird look, and he's making, faces at your son. Yeah, your son's laughing. He doesn't know what the heck's going on. Shoot. Stop talking to my kid, cuz. And I think that gives us another view of the scene in the first trailer where Arthur's, sounds like he's pulling on shoelaces, but, this just kind of confirms it. And right there, you got the big clown shoes. Shoot, you got to have a tough time trying to get those damn laces out. But I really like the cinematography. The aesthetic is just very, dark, very gloomy. That's kind of how the world of Gotham is. So, for people who know the comics and who, can appreciate the DCEU, this is exactly what you want to see in a movie that is more set in more of an Elseworlds reality than the real DCEU continuity, which also I think is a genius way for the DCEU to move forward, do standalone movies. We can work on the DCEU continuity as we have time, but right now, let's just put out great films, that stand on their own, that can be in their own continuity, and then down the road, we can figure out if there's any way to, interlace them. Doesn't have to do it right now. He's got bruises on his back. I think this might have been after that attack where he was working as a clown, and some vagrants, some whippersnappers, jumped him in the alley, and maybe these are some of the bruises that are associated with that. Ooh, Joaquin Phoenix came up with a hell of a laugh. He came up with a great laugh. Let's listen to it again. Wow. Now, I don't know if you know or not, but Joaquin Phoenix did an interview in Europe. I think it was for a French outlet or an Italian outlet. And he said that he actually studied people who had a disorder that caused them to laugh hysterically whenever they were in moments of tension, whenever they were having anxiety. So maybe this is, a kind of, Tourette style syndrome that he has where, he just starts laughing whenever he feels anxiety. But either way, he made an amazing laugh. Because everybody's probably thinking, is it going to sound something like Jack Nicholson? Is it going to sound like Heath Ledger? But he has come up with a unique, distinct Joker laugh that it sounds like it's a little bit in between Mark Hamill and a little bit in between Heath Ledger, somewhere in there. But let's hear it again. Shoot, it sounds good. It sounds great. Yeah, there's a little Mark Hamill in there. You can hear that.
This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, David. You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
I think that this portion of the trailer is really, it kind of sets the tempo for what Joaquin Phoenix is trying to accomplish with this character. This guy is tired of people not listening, people not seeing what the real issue is. And, that may speak a little bit to our society today. People are so willing to comment and make, their own statements and have their own opinions. Everybody wants to say that, they have their own opinion. Everybody wants to push out how they feel. But at the end of the day, what's the real problem? The real problem is that people don't listen. People don't actually process the information that they receive when they're communicating with other humans. So you don't see that this person is, reaching out. He's trying to explain what he really needs is the help of somebody who cares about, things that are not just written down on paper for her, learned in a course, that is set as protocol. And this woman's going through protocol instead of actually trying to understand what Arthur's problems are. But it's a great kind of explanation as to, where the end of the rope comes for him, so that the end of the rope that actually is the catalyst to him becoming the Joker. Okay, and if you're looking at the name tag here on this Department of Health social worker is Deborah Kane. And I wonder if that has to do anything, or if that's any kind of Easter egg about Bob Kane, one of the creators of Batman. Bill Finger was the other one, by the way.
When I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian, everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
Ooh, this is, again, it just kind of adds to everything that is, piled on top of Arthur Fleck. Yeah. His whole life, he's wanted to be nothing more than a comedian, somebody who makes people laugh. And here, it seems as if he's finally getting his recognition as, someone who is worthy of that talent. And clearly, Robert De Niro's character clearly is a national figure in terms of late night comedy. And for him to mention his name, of course, look at him. He had a smile on his face instantly. And from it to transition from great happiness to instantly feeling embarrassed. And I think this is his mom. I think that's his mom in the hospital bed here. So his mom's in the hospital bed. Maybe she's, it looks like she's in bad shape. Can she hear what's going on? That's going to just add to his embarrassment. That's going to add to his humiliation. And now that humiliation is going to start to transition into psychopathic anger and violence. Look at him. Happiness right there. Now he goes stone cold. Oh, look at the cinematography. Look at that. That's dope. We're all clowns. That was Thomas Wayne walking out of that building. This is like a little sizzle, a little montage, but I mean, look at how they're portraying him. It's pretty epic feeling. He licks the paintbrush. I wonder what Zaza Beetz is gonna, what her character is gonna. I mean, obviously, it looks like it might be a little bit of a love interest, but yeah, of course, love interest. Okay, so just to bring this back a little bit here, his transformation into Joker almost seems like it's infectious throughout the whole city. Just a city full of people who are fed up. And now he's seeing that he's being noticed and his actions are having influence. That's great. That's great character building. That's great character building. He has a love interest, of course. Who knows how that's going to end? And I really think that right here with Thomas Wayne, I really feel like because this is a tale that maybe is not, that's clearly not going to be connected to the DCEU, maybe it's actually the Joker. Maybe it's Arthur Fleck who ends up killing the Waynes. We don't know, because it seems like now there's a personal connection. They're in the same room at the same time. Thomas Wayne has clearly already had his fill of Arthur Fleck's antics. I mean, you could see, or you could hear it in the previous trailer where he spoke about, how could somebody do something that cruel, and hide behind a mask. And here now he's meeting the guy face to face. So if you're thinking about it in terms of protagonist and antagonist, Thomas Wayne has been waiting to meet this guy to hurt him. Maybe Thomas Wayne isn't such a virtuous person himself. Maybe he's sucked into the corruption of Gotham, and he sees somebody who's a threat to the status quo of what they've been doing in Gotham, and he decides, he lashes out. He gets violent. He punches. The laughter, which, may be a part of the anxiety that Fleck's feeling, that laughter just creates more rage, and he punches him. So now it's personal. So I'm interested to see if that's going to turn into something that becomes part of the twist, that maybe the Joker kills Bruce, the young Bruce Wayne. We don't know. That would be interesting. Anarchy, just pure anarchy. The way he wants it, the way he loves it. And this is genius. This part is.
Can you introduce me as Joker?
Look at his face while he's saying it. It's like y'all don't know, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get what's about to happen. This.
Can you introduce me as Joker?
It's gonna be his grand appearance, his close-up. Just amazing cinematography again. The clowns. Like, this right here, I mean, look, this entire trailer is amazing, I think. I think it's better than the first one, to a degree. But this image, to end it, I mean, that's so reminiscent of, the Joker you see on in the animated series, the Joker you see in The Dark Knight Returns, getting brought onto a popular television show, a late night show, and it's like, he's going to do something that's going to just cause an unbelievable amount of terror, but the crowd doesn't know it, and the crowd doesn't know it, but Joker, because we've seen him for decades. But the crowd never knows what's about to hit them. And I'm sure this scene is going to be near the climax, obviously, and it may be in the middle of the film. Actually, it may be something that we get a whole second half of the film with him as the Joker, stirring more anarchy, hiding from the public and resurfacing as Arthur Fleck, running into little Bruce Wayne and messing with him. And remember in the last trailer, he pulled the smiley face on him, forced the smile on him. So I feel like this is going to be his grand entry into the world, the world of Gotham. And it's going to be, it's going to end with a bang. So just a great trailer. I mean, I think it's timed perfectly. When you think about it, the MCU, and yes, I will mention the MCU because that is our main competition. That's who we're trying to catch up with over at WB in DC. But with them having all of this drama with Spider-Man, they've lost Spider-Man. So now that kind of throws their entire MCU platform in flux because Spider-Man was being positioned as that next Iron Man-like character, the one who everything would be centered around. And with this, you're looking at a situation where this trailer is going to grab a lot of headlines in the comic book movie world because of the anticipation that it's built up from the outset when it was announced, and people were very questionable of it because we already have a Joker in the DCEU, and why would you try to confuse people by having another Joker outside the DCEU? But that one's actually the one that everyone's gonna want to check out because you have a world-class actor in Joaquin Phoenix. But from that point to now, I mean, I think it's safe to say that they've proven every doubter wrong with the kind of quality that we should be expecting from this movie. I'm not saying I'm not going to just say it's going to be a marvelous movie, but based on what we know, it looks like a home run. So I'm definitely excited for the Joker. Tell me what your thoughts are. Leave comments down below. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to The Observant Lyman Uche Waneri, and I will talk to you geeks and gamers later. Peace.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.